So what's up, everyone? Again, it's the real DJ Red with two D's. Thanks for everyone that liked, subscribe, share my videos. My new followers, I do see you. Um, One of the guys I know, he just started following me. That just got the Roland DJ 202, I believe it is. Um, Watch this video with him. I'm unboxing it. Very cool, by the way. This video here, I'm doing a couple parts on this video here for uh, people that's doing contracts, full-time DJs or even part-time DJs or whatever. The thing is mainly to do contracts. Make sure you do contracts. If you're not sure on how to put together a contract, you can Google it. There's several different contracts out there. I've put together my own to the point that a lawyer who I was doing something for a bar association down here in Florida, he looked at it like, "Who did this?" I'm like, "Depends." I said, "Is there anything wrong with it?" He said, "No, it's well put together." Coming from a lawyer, that was a compliment. I told him that I did it after a while, and I told him I was open for any suggestions, any pointers that I can change or add into the contract, and he said it was fine the way that it was. Um, so let's jump in on the contract real quick. Um, One of the reasons why I'm doing this video is because I got a client that um, did the contract, but she haven't paid a deposit. Now, the first paragraph of my contract, it clearly states in capital letters, no event is considered booked without a signed contract and paid deposit. I made sure I went back and looked in there and made sure it said and not or paid deposit or booking fee, which is the proper term. Made sure that it said that on there as far as the booking fee, because of the fact that she signed the contract but she never sent any money, um, which was I dropped hers down to maybe 30%, and I fluctuate between the 30 and 50% on the booking fee or slash deposit for different reasons. Um, One might be, let's say for example, my brother has a wedding that he's doing out in Naples. We're on the east coast of Florida. We usually handle West Palm, uh, Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. Naples is on the west side. I believe it's either Naples or Fort Myers, west coast of Florida. Still on the south end, but it's about a hour and a half, hour 45-minute drive to get on the west coast. Um, for something like that, we'll do 50% on there versus something locally, we'll do 30%. The reason why we do that a little bit is because um, I like to get the bulk of my money on the end of it. So when my night is done, I get paid. I actually felt like I really did a lot versus the 50% on there. Uh, and no, depending on the event, depending on the person also. Um, let's break it down to the booking fee versus deposit, or even retainer fee. Most lawyers use retainer fee. Retainer fee meaning that you hire them and they do the work for you, what have you, what have you. Deposit. Deposit, if you want to look it up, I've checked into it a couple of times, meaning that you're going to do a service and you're taking on a deposit in order to start that job. Booking fee, if you're a booking agent or you're booking that date, um, that is a service within itself, separate from your DJing. Here's how you get the technical part on that. I use booking fee for the fact that if someone say, "Hey, I want to have a wedding, da 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 da," or a party or what have you, any event, I'm just throwing numbers out there, and it's $1,000 for that event. Okay. I might say, okay, well, hey, my booking fee is going to be, let's say 30% of that or 25% of that, whatever. Um, let's just say, 30% of that. Okay. That 30% would be the booking fee. The reason why I choose the booking fee versus deposit, because once they do that contract and they pay that booking fee and I hold that date, the booking process is already a service within itself. It has nothing to do with the DJ part. Versus if you take a deposit and they turn around and cancel, there might be a chance that you might have to give back that money because you did not do that service that you took the deposit for. Versus the booking fee is a service within itself once you did the booking. I hope that you guys can understand that. Again, I used to take deposits. Now I do a booking fee. And again, I do the booking fee because that's a service within itself. It is a proven fact. I've won, I believe it was last year or maybe earlier this year. I believe it was last year that, no, it was earlier this year that I had a client. I did their first event, which was right before Christmas last year, and she said, "Oh, great! You're awesome! Da 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 da. We want to book you for our wedding instead of the DJ who we had." Okay, that's fine. Um, we went over some things on there. If I'm not mistaken, the wedding might have been somewhere around. I think it was somewhere around $1,000 to $1,200. I'm just gonna let's just say it was $1,000. Um, no, actually, it was $900. I get it was $900 for that wedding. Um, she paid a $475 booking fee, and it was the amount that was requested was only 50%, so it should have been 450. 2 maybe 3 weeks in, she decides that she wants to cancel. Now my booking fee is non-refundable. Okay, but I was willing to work with her on that. So if my contract clearly states my booking fee was 50% and it's non-refundable, technically I would have given her back the $25 that she overpaid on that. Okay. Um, I was generous enough to say that, okay, well, fine, listen, I'm not only just going to give you your 25 back, I'll give you half of the money back of that booking fee, which would have been an additional $225. So she's getting back 250 total. Um, she didn't feel that that was appropriate. She wanted me to only have $100. Mind you, we're a couple weeks away from the wedding, and her excuse was that her father-in-law had already booked a DJ, and so on and so forth from there. I have nothing to do with that. This is one of the things where you have to put your foot down because DJs, uh, we don't get the respect that we deserve on that. That's one. Long story short, I did keep all of the emails. I kept all of the text messages. The contract was signed, what have you. She disputed that with her credit card company, which I believe was an American Express. Um, she paid the booking fee through PayPal, which PayPal, even though they charge us 3% for every per transaction, guess what? It's a peace of mind because PayPal had my back on that one. Once I seen that there was a hole on my account for that amount, um, contacted PayPal, let them know, hey, what's going on. I said, well, this client here put a hole on there because of this, and that. Well, I have a signed contract with this client, and I agreed to give them back half of that money, but I'm not giving them back the entire amount that now she wants. They put a hole on the account, or not on the account, but for that amount of money. Um, and they said, okay, well, listen, email us all the information that you have. We'll take care of it for you. I screenshot the contract, emails, text messages, sent all of that back to them. Guess what? Everything came back in my favor. They gave me my money back within like, I think it was about 2 weeks or so, and went from there. Now, if I didn't do the contract and I worded it any other kind of way, I would have lost that money. Not only that, that date was open, and now I'm losing the event, and I'm also losing their money that I would have got for the booking fee from that also. So again, make sure you do those contracts. Make sure you be careful of how you word it. If you're not sure about something, just ask. Whether it's a contract or anything, there's plenty of us DJs on here that are experienced. I've been doing this for over 27 years. Um, just ask. I would rather for someone to ask than to do something and then they regret it later. So again, with those contracts, make sure that you sit down, word it correctly. There's been several times that I had to change my contract before in the past. The last 5 years, I've probably changed one thing on there and extended my cancellation date from 30 days to 60 days to the prior of the starting time of the event. Um, Within 60 days, you might be able to recover something then. And, someone that cancels a wedding 2 months before the wedding, something was clearly wrong. Again, also, if you can't get a client to commit to a contract and a paid deposit, then that's probably a sign right there, or a red flag right there. Maybe that's not a client that you should deal with. So I'm gonna leave that there. That's my part on that one. Again, make sure you get deposits. Make sure you get, whether you want to call it deposit or booking for whatever. Make sure you word it correctly in your contract so you don't lose. The contract is there to protect you, your business, as well as your client. So if your client gets scared of the contract, that's fine. I had one other client that wanted me to change my contract, saying that if I decided to back out of the contract 90 days prior to their event, not only that I would give them back their deposit or booking fee, but I would also give them an additional 50% of that book, additional 50% of the whatever the booking fee is, towards them getting another DJ. I had 2 words for that. Hell no. You looking for someone to pay for your DJ. That's what that was. And no, I was not going to do it. After I sent him his fiance at the time and the wedding coordinator back a nice email, and I wasn't rude or anything, letting them know, hey, listen, hope all is doing well, but I don't believe that I am a good fit for this particular wedding, and I wish you all the best with your future plans. Got a phone call the next morning, text message, got a text message the next morning from the bride-to-be saying, hey, did he want you to amend the contract again and da-da-da-da-da? Well, since you want to get into it, yes, he did. And, like I stated in my email at that time, I've done stuff for universities. I've done stuff for the city of Miami, Miami-Dade County, and at the same time, other universities and other organizations, whatever. No one has ever asked me to do any such thing to my contract, and I refuse to do it now. However, he responded back with another email saying that he's a macro manager, not micro manager, for a Fortune 500 company, and da-da-da-da-da, and this and that. And if I can't handle the business, just say that I can't handle it. And I didn't even respond to that, because sometimes the best response is no response. That was mine. I could have really hit him below the belt. Dude, you drive a Saturn. You work for a Fortune 500 and saying that y'all made how much millions of dollars a year, but you drive a Saturn. You're making them money. It's not your money. But I didn't go that route, so I left it alone. So again, make sure you do the contracts. If you don't feel comfortable about doing a particular gig for whatever reason, a person don't want to do a contract, you feel like it might be shady with the money, um, their requests and their demands are above and too much or whatever, then don't do it. I've learned that from a lesson before. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this one off here. And again, it's DJ Red with 2 D's. I'm gonna say peace. Make sure y'all subscribe, and share videos. If you got any questions or comments, please feel free to do it, and also give me those thumbs up as well. All right. Again, I'm up out of here. The real DJ Red. Peace.